When planning an Aussie vacation, what springs to mind? Is the iconic Sydney Opera House, a sunrise over Uluru in Australia's outback, or cruising the Great Barrier Reef? Maybe it's cuddling a koala, meeting red kangaroos, or sipping bold reds from one of Australia's top wine regions. G'day and welcome to Selling Australia, a Travel Under Specialist Academy video designed to give you the tools, confidence and know-how to confidently promote and sell travel down under. I'm Jeff Adam, and it's awesome to have you here. Born and bred in Adelaide, South Australia, I've lived and travelled across every inch of this great country and have some real exciting things to share with you right now. Australia is the world's largest island and smallest continent, about the same size as the lower 48 states of the USA. A drive from Sydney to Uluru is like going from Florida to Denver. It's a big first day. If your clients are restricted to just 2 weeks to see Australia, then it's probably best to do a series of locally guided tours. If they are set on driving, there are sections of the country that make sense. Australia has 6 states and 2 territories. The states are Western Australia, South Australia, Tasmania, Victoria, New South Wales and Queensland. The 2 territories, the Northern Territory and the Australian Capital Territory, home to Canberra, a bit like your Washington DC. Australia offers a rich diversity of travel experiences, from the sprawling red sands of Uluru and the rugged outback to lush rainforests of the Daintree and the vibrant Great Barrier Reef. An Australian vacation is like nothing else. Dynamic cities, hidden layaways, sparkling harbours, lots of great foodie delights. And Aussies are so much fun, it's easy to see why visitors fall in love with Australia. Over the next 10 minutes, we'll cover the highlights of the country. Think of this video as the highlights reel of the Great Southern Land. Australia is an iconic destination for many North Americans, and for so many great reasons. I can't wait to show you around. First up, let's focus on how to get to and around Australia. Getting to Australia is the easy part, especially with so many airlines offering direct flights from New York, Chicago, Houston, Dallas, Vancouver, San Francisco, Los Angeles and Honolulu. Now all the flights tend to be in the evening, so after dinner, a movie or two, it's time for a nap. Then you wake up to a cooked breakfast at sunrise and you're arriving in Australia. It's easy. A direct flight from LA to Sydney is about 14 hours, and while you lose a day crossing the international date line, we give it back to you when you fly home. You arrive back in North America the same day you leave. It's like a gift that keeps giving. With a population of 25 million, most Aussies are found living around the coast. The top 5 cities in order of size are Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Perth and Adelaide, all coastal capitals of their respective states. Let's get to know Australia's geography a little better. Sensational City in New South Wales is home to the iconic Sydney Opera House and the Harbour Bridge. It's considered one of the most beautiful cities in the world. From boat cruises, surf schools and the rugged blue mountains offering wildlife and wine, Sydney oozes sophistication with laid-back Aussie charm. Marvellous Melbourne is a vibrant cultural melting pot and Australia's sporting capital. Its caffeinated heart is a maze of laneways and arcades that are home to world-class restaurants, buzzing bars and yes, some of the best coffee in the world. Beyond the city, the state of Victoria offers breathtaking Great Ocean Road, the untamed beauty of the Grampians and some amazing wildlife encounters. A 1-hour flight south is the island state of Tasmania and its capital Hobart. Steeped in rich cultural history and heritage, then surrounded by wilderness and wildlife with a chance for encounters with Tassie devils and offering fabulous food and wine owing to having the cleanest air in the world. South Australia is known as the Wow State for its wildlife, outback and wine. The capital of Adelaide is one of the world's 12 wine capitals, and the state produces 50% of Australia's wine export. It's home to Kangaroo Island, better known as Australia's Galapagos. Going north on the Garn train from Adelaide, you'll enter into the Northern Territory with the town of Alice Springs and Uluru in the red centre, and the city of Darwin and Kakadu National Park in the top end. This is quintessential Australian outback. To the west is Perth and Western Australia. Wine tasting, whale sharks and camel riding. Perth and surrounds is a sun-soaked city where stunning beaches, award-winning vineyards and rare flora and fauna like the happiest marsupials in the world, the quokka on Rottnest Island, are found. Back on the east coast, an hour and a half flight north of Sydney, you find Brisbane in the state of Queensland, where it's beautiful one day and perfect the next. Should be called Australia's koala capital, as they're surrounded by these critters. And of course, surrounded by some fabulous beaches on the Gold Coast going south and on the Sunshine Coast going north. Birding and bushwalks beckon in the rainforest-clad hinterland, and wildlife encounters are aplenty. Further north is the largest living organism in the world, the Great Barrier Reef. Access from the Whitsundays or further north to Cairns and Port Douglas, where the World Heritage Reef meets the World Heritage Daintree Wilderness Rainforest. Stay in the oldest living rainforest in the world or try a luxury resort on the Great Barrier Reef. Next, let's talk about what to do in Australia. There are lots of options, all tried and tested by myself and our awesome Travel Answers team. Here are some of my absolute favourites. First up is Sydney Harbour. Is there anything more iconic than admiring the Opera House and the Harbour Bridge at sunset while cruising on Sydney's sparkling harbour? Maybe climbing the Sydney Harbour Bridge to take in the harbour from above. If your clients love being in and on the water, you can't go past the Great Barrier Reef and Daintree Rainforest. Snorkel or dive to spot colourful coral gardens full of tropical fish before hiking through an ancient rainforest, home to diverse fauna and flora. Next up, we couldn't go past Australia's vibrant, high-end energy cities. Explore Melbourne's hidden arcades or discover Adelaide's amazing wine regions. Australia's cities offer endless opportunities to explore unforgettable dining, boutique shopping, and thriving arts and cultural scene. Discover the wonder of the outback and marvel at the enormity of Uluru, formerly Ayers Rock, the largest monolith in the world and a deeply sacred site for local Aboriginal people. Australia's Aboriginal people are part of the world's oldest continuous living culture, with their history and presence dating back 65,000 years. Clients couldn't miss learning about Australia's Indigenous heritage through cultural tours, art galleries, and rousing emotive performances. If your clients love wildlife, head to Kangaroo Island, just off the coast of Adelaide, to encounter koalas, kangaroos, sea lions in their natural habitat, or see crocodiles in action up at the Australia Zoo on the Sunshine Coast. Australia is home to some of the most scenic road trips in the world. Take in the stunning views of the rugged cliffs and pristine beach scenes along the Great Ocean Road or the Pacific Coast touring route. Lastly, wine connoisseurs are spoilt for a choice in Australia. World-class wine regions here include the Yarra Valley, Margaret River, Hunter and Barossa Valleys, and they are matched by a restaurant scene that is the envy of the world. When you are home to some amazing produce, Australia is a culinary dream. Crikey, Australia really does deliver when it comes to things to see and do. There's truly something for all types of clients in this land down under. We're going to wrap up this Selling Australia Destination video by exploring some of the most popular Australia journeys. When you work with Travel Answers, we work to ensure the vacation is tailor-made and bespoke to your client's needs. These itineraries work well as conversation starters with your clients. First up, we have the classic 13-night iconic Australian journey, visiting Melbourne, Port Douglas, Uluru and Sydney. It's all about exploring Australia's most unique bucket list destinations. Think the boutique city charm of Melbourne, the stunning natural beauty of Port Douglas and the Great Barrier Reef, the cultural richness of Uluru and the vibrant urban energy of Sydney. There's wine tasting in the Yarra Valley, beautiful cultural encounters in the Red Centre, snorkeling in the world's largest coral gardens, and exploring the World Heritage listed Blue Mountain region. It's perfect for clients who love nature, diversity, beautiful food and wine, and who want to connect with the true heart of Australia. Now, here's a food and wine focus itinerary for clients who are real foodies. A little longer, at 16 nights long, this journey focuses on the country's gourmet delights and includes the boutique wineries of the Hunter and Yarra Valleys, as well as exploring Melbourne, Sydney, Adelaide and Perth, showcasing the very best of Australia's diverse culinary landscapes and the world-class tipples. This is a journey food and wine aficionados will adore. Keep in mind these itineraries are loaded and ready to go in our live booking platform alongside dozens of others. Once you've selected the one that's closest to your client's needs, you can then edit it and add and remove elements. It's just too easy. That's a wrap on Selling Australia with Travel Answers. Here's a quick roundup of our key destination takeaways. When exploring Australia as a vacation destination with clients, help to clarify the time difference. You lose a day at the start, but you gain it on the return. There are many direct flights from the US to Australia's main centres. Domestic flights are plentiful, reliable, and good value. Lastly, from jaw-dropping natural wonders to food, wine, and gorgeous wildlife, the Land Down Under caters to all different types of client preferences. We can't wait to help you build your knowledge of Australia and craft an unforgettable vacation to this great southern land. Alrighty, thanks for watching. This is Jeff Adam from Travel Answers. We make travel easy. Till next time.